talk to me about what's going on label-wise as well, man. At one point, we just want to get in.
Yeah.
And now that you get in, now you bring other people aboard to make their dreams.
You talking about just the CEO?
The CEO side of it.
I just install what God put in me and everything I learned from God. I take that, put that in my artists. You know what I'm saying? The same exact formula. It's a domino effect, bro. You know what I'm saying? Simple as that. Some of them listen, some of them don't.
Right.
But I mean, everybody ain't gonna get it because at a point in time when I first got with God, I was like confused. But I always been a listener. It don't matter like the level, even after the hits, after the Waukesha that said something, Time of Days, all the hits, Scorpio.
That was tacky right now, but I feel you. That was tacky, but no, it wasn't tacky because that's yours.
Even after all the hits, I just still stayed a student of the game. You gotta still, it don't matter the level you at, you gotta
always
still
learning.
listen and be like, oh, let's go that way. Because the game change every day. You know what I'm saying? The game, you just gotta adjust to it.
I know that John Moran is your guy.
Yeah.
Have you gotten a chance to holler at him? I know he's in some trouble right now.
I feel like it's just a phase. When I was exactly 23, 24, I was just doing stuff and people had to tell me, I had to bump my head and God had to boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful to make it out those situations. Some people don't even shake back from certain situations, but he probably don't even know like what it is right now. He probably don't even believe like this is life something. Like, you know, you had them stages. Like I went through there, I was like, I had my homeboy like, I'm still pulling up to the traps. I done went platinum and I done this show. I done been with this person. I done been on interviews with you and everything. I still go back to Memphis and I'm in a trap. I'm in the hood. I'm pulling up on the block, smoking, chilling, and he's like, bro, what you doing? Like I had a homeboy like, bro, what you got going, bro? Get out of here, bro. You blowing the spot up. We making the spot hot. You know, so I just look at it like this one of them phases, bro. Y'all gonna snap out of it. And of course I gave him encouraging words and told him like, he was just like, appreciate it, big bro. I got you. I'm gonna get it right.
How much is so now?
It went from 2,500 a show, 5,000, 15,000, 50.
How much is so now?
200. Now you at 200.
200?
I say 175. You can give me 175.
He almost dropped a show in his
You
mouth.
give me
200
175.
a show.
I got you.
MoneyBagg Yo. What names did you have before MoneyBagg Yo?
Lil Yo.
So just Lil Yo and MoneyBagg Yo.
Rubber Band Yo.
Yeah,
Lil Yo.
See,
Like
yeah. He gonna get in the car and be like, man, I'm so glad I didn't tell him I used to call myself Iceman. You know, just something.
Just so silly.
Yeah.
So you had a couple of shots of academics on the album.
It was only
two.
one shot.
I thought it was on two songs. I thought it was a song with
Only
Future
one shot.
and on the
Said
Turning Point record, right?
Academic niggas that they can't get touched. Meaning somebody who be on the computer all day.
The love is always gonna be there, but as far as like a relationship, that's just not something that I'm focused on because I feel like I'm healing and I need him to heal too. Cause like we can even hang around each other now and it's still stuff like I'm like looking at like he doing this cause of that. Who is that? Somebody just requested my life. I'm like, do it again. I didn't see. Do it again. I didn't see. I love y'all so much. All right, I'm about to go, seriously. Okay, screenshot. All right. No.
Everybody can't be high. Somebody
got to know what's going on.
Somebody got to goddamn be aware.
Ow! What the
They hit you.
Yes! Right in my face.
The phone?
Sis. Damn. Call me Shakira for the night. It's crazy. This mascara, y'all, go get this. Better than...
Good vibes only. I don't want no negative energy around me. That's what MoneyBagg Yo said while the cameras were rolling, sounding calm, focused, and unbothered. To the outside world, he was protecting his peace, blocking out the noise, staying locked in. But what nobody knew at the time was that the real negativity wasn't coming from the internet. It was already sitting right next to him, smiling in pictures, posing on private jets, and playing the role perfectly. Because while MoneyBagg Yo was living his best life with Ari Fletcher, the truth was quietly unfolding behind the scenes. And once it finally surfaced, it didn't just embarrass him, it flipped the entire story upside down. And the wildest part? This situation didn't explode overnight. It had been building for years. But that wasn't the whole story. MoneyBagg Yo and Ari Fletcher weren't just a couple, they were a brand. From the moment they went public in 2019, everything about their relationship felt larger than life. Luxury cars, designer bags, exotic trips, viral captions. MoneyBagg was coming up fast out of Memphis, turning street anthems into chart-topping hits. Ari was already a powerhouse in her own lane, with millions of followers and businesses that printed money. Together, they looked untouchable. Every time MoneyBagg dropped a new project, Ari was right there hyping him up. Every time Ari launched a product, MoneyBagg made sure the world knew she was taken care of. To fans, they looked like the definition of "we built this together." But relationships that live entirely online have a way of hiding what's really happening offline. And while fans were double-tapping their pictures, the streets were whispering. At first, it was just talk, subtle comments, shady tweets, blog posts that didn't go anywhere. People saying Ari might be moving funny, people saying MoneyBagg wasn't exactly loyal either. But nothing stuck. There were no screenshots that forced a reaction, no confirmations, just speculation floating around comment sections. And in celebrity culture, rumors without receipts usually die fast. Except these didn't. They lingered. Quietly. Persistently. Like smoke without a fire. Yet. Then one blogger decided to speak up. Not directly, but cleverly. Instead of dropping names, she used code words, nicknames, inside references that only people paying attention would understand. At first, it sounded confusing, almost unserious. All until people started connecting the dots. And once they did, the picture became impossible to ignore. According to the blogger, this wasn't just about one secret link-up. This was a full-blown overlap involving multiple women and one of the biggest rappers in the game, Lil Baby. That's when the situation stopped feeling like gossip and started feeling dangerous. Lil Baby isn't just famous, he's powerful in the industry. Platinum albums, sold-out tours, influence that stretches far beyond music. And where there's power, there's always chaos attached. What made this mess worse was the idea that more than one woman was allegedly involved, and not quietly either. This wasn't low-key, this was bold, public, almost careless. The blogger described it as something so obvious, you could see it in Times Square. Meaning this wasn't happening in the shadows. People in real life were watching it unfold. And still, nobody directly confirmed anything. Until one person finally did. And she didn't raise her voice. She didn't cry. She didn't rant. She just told the truth. Casually. Jada Cheeves didn't owe anyone an explanation. But during a TikTok live, someone asked her about the rumors connecting Ari Fletcher and Lil Baby. Most people would have dodged the question, changed the subject, pretended they didn't hear it. Jada didn't do any of that. She calmly said the rumors were true. No shade, no emotion, just confirmation. Then she immediately tried to move on. That one moment changed everything. Because when someone that close confirms something without hesitation, it hits different. There was no anger in her voice. Had no surprise, which made one thing very clear. She already knew, and when she followed it up by saying this wasn't recent, that it had been going on, the internet froze. That single word told the whole story. This wasn't a slip-up. This wasn't a drunken mistake. This wasn't something that just happened. It was ongoing, and suddenly, years of awkward moments started making sense. People went back and rewatched old clips, old interviews, that episode where Ari and Jada appeared together, and the tension felt thick for no reason. Now, there was a reason. The cold energy, the distance, the friendship that quietly faded without drama. Jada didn't expose her. She didn't embarrass her. She simply removed herself. That restraint spoke louder than any rant ever could. But once the rumors became public, silence was no longer an option. Oh, and that's when attention shifted to Ari. Everyone expected a response. A denial, a statement, something. Instead, Ari did the opposite. She kept posting like nothing happened. Workout videos, business promotions, lifestyle content, same energy, same confidence, same unbothered tone. And that reaction told its own story. To some people, Ari's silence looked guilty. To others, it looked calculated. Because this wasn't Ari's first time being connected to controversy, public perception already had a memory, past allegations, old situations people never fully forgot. And when patterns exist, people fill in blanks on their own. But what really changed how fans saw this situation was when they started looking at MoneyBagg Yo's history too. Because this wasn't a one-sided situation. MoneyBagg had been exposed for stepping out more than once. on screenshots, messages, women claiming long-term involvement, even proof of money being sent. Each time the cycle was the same. Exposure, embarrassment, cryptic posts from Ari, then forgiveness, vacations followed, expensive gifts appeared. The relationship reset like nothing happened. From the outside, it looked like Ari was always the one taking the hit. So when this news broke, some people didn't see betrayal, they saw payback. Think about it. If your partner embarrasses you publicly, repeatedly, and you stay quiet to protect the image, eventually something shifts. Resentment builds, pride cracks, love turns transactional, and when that happens, people stop playing defense and start playing offense. That's why some fans believe Ari didn't try to hide this situation. She let it happen. She let it surface. Because for once, she wasn't going to be the one looking foolish. And the choice of who she allegedly got involved with made the statement even louder. Lil Baby isn't just another rapper. He represents an upgrade in status, power, and influence. Whether intentional or not, the comparison was unavoidable. And in hip-hop culture, that comparison hurts more than anything. When the news went viral, all eyes turned to MoneyBagg Yo. Everyone waited for his move. Would he address it? Would he deny it? Would he take shots in music? Would he confront Lil Baby? Instead, MoneyBagg posted one thing: money. Stacks on stacks. Nearly $500,000 in cash spread out. No caption, no explanation. The message was simple: I'm good. But moments like that usually say more than words ever could. Because when someone truly doesn't care, they don't feel the need to prove it. But that flex wasn't confidence, it was damage control. In the rap world, vulnerability is dangerous. Admitting pain can cost respect. And MoneyBagg couldn't afford to look weak. Not in front of fans, not in front of peers, and definitely not in front of another rapper involved. So he did what many men do when their pride is hit. He hid behind success. But success doesn't erase embarrassment. Because this wasn't just about losing a relationship. This was about losing it publicly. To someone in the same industry. Someone he might see at events, someone his peers respect. That type of situation sticks. Every performance, every interview, every mention of Lil Baby's name becomes a reminder. And while MoneyBagg will continue making hits and getting money, this moment will always exist in the background of his story. As for Ari, the outcome looks different depending on who you ask. Some see her as wrong for not leaving first. Others see her as someone who finally refused to be played quietly. Either way, she walked away with leverage. She controlled the narrative without saying a word. The internet split into sides immediately. Team MoneyBagg said no one deserves that level of disrespect. Team Ari said karma doesn't miss. And that's why this story hits so hard. Because there's no clean villain, no perfect victim, just ego, pride, money, and emotions colliding in public. At the end of the day, this situation proved one thing very clearly. Money doesn't protect you from relationship drama. Fame doesn't prevent betrayal. And image can't hold together something that's already broken underneath. Everyone involved will move on. New music will drop. New relationships will form. Social media will find another story. But this moment, this one changed how people look at all of them. And something tells me this isn't the last chapter.